Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tony, this is TC's Outdoors, and today we're in the wood yard, and as you see, we got some snow. So last night we ended up, I don't know, between yesterday and last night we got about 2 inches or so. Just the fluffy stuff. It's pretty cold out this morning, so it's a good day to get out here and get a little bit of stuff done before I hunt this afternoon. So I want to get the cookie pile, if you can see the cookies over top of me, I want to get that cookie pile split up, but before I do that I got to have some place to put it. And if you saw the end of the last video, I showed you guys that I got those 2 totes for free. So a good friend of mine works at a machine shop, and they get their coolant in those. And the guy that wanted them originally didn't want them, so I ended up with them, which is cool because they were free, which is amazing and unheard of around here. So guys are selling those things for $100 a piece, so if I can get them for free, I'll take them. I do love having them, especially for the offcuts, and that's the stuff that I'm going to be using. I don't think I'll ever convert and have all my firewood in it. It doesn't seem feasible, really. I mean, they're just too expensive, but that is my plan for today, and hopefully you guys stick around and come along, and I'll show you. I also messed up the last time I did these totes, so I'll show you what I did wrong, and hopefully you guys don't make the same mistake. You know, I kind of rushed in, but that's how it goes. So either way, get you on a tripod and we'll get... Here we are at the tote with the tools. This is a T40, just in my cordless drill. There's two bolts in each one of these top bars, and I'll pull those bolts out, flip it on its side, pull the bladder out, and we're going to save this bladder. I don't know if I mentioned before, but my buddy wants to use this bladder, and that one I was going to cut in half and try to use for a lid, but I just looked inside of it and it's pretty nasty. It's got like aluminum shavings and just oil and all kinds of gook in there, so I'm not messing with that. I'll just slowly cut it to pieces and throw it in my garbage dumpster as I can. So that'll be my plan for that. But right now we just need to get the bladders out, so I'm gonna just speed you up real quick while I do that. I know you've seen it a million times, but this is the way I do it, and I want to talk about what I messed up, so stick around. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Take the top bars out, slide them through the sides, pull the bladder out, set the bladders off to the side. Now I need to get my Sawzall with a metal blade. That's my preferred way. I've seen guys use grinders and that works fine, I'm sure, but I would like to use the Sawzall. It's a little less, I don't know, jagged edges, I think, and it's easier for me to maintain the straight line along the bars. So I will get the sides cut out of these things, and then we're going to get splitting. So as I was talking, or what I was talking about earlier is I messed up. So the first 9 totes that I got, if you guys are new here, a little while ago I bought 9 totes, and they didn't have the bladders in them. All they had was just the cages, and they were, what did I pay, $40 a piece for just the cages, and which was a sweet deal. I didn't have to worry about getting rid of the bladders or anything, but I really didn't think about it when I just started cutting, and so I cut the front out. So the main problem cutting out the front is I can't reach all the way in the back to get everything out. So I'm short and my wife's shorter, so if she comes out to help me do the boiler, sometimes if like I'm running late in the morning or what have you, so having these totes with the front cut out is really a pain with these chunks of things. So I can barely reach in here, and I suppose I could get a pickaroon or something like that, but I think from now on I'm just going to cut these sides out. That way I can reach all the way across. If you're stacking the wood in there like I did with the bundle wood, the stacked face of it would be this way, so I don't have to worry so much about it falling out. It does kind of try to fall out if you cut the front open. So either way, let's get the Sawzall blade on and I will get these cut open. So I'm not exactly sure how many to cut out, but I think I'm just going to run along the inside edge of this, inside edge of that. I'll go down to here. That'll give me a pretty good size opening, and then I'll be able to lean all the way in. So let me get my ear protection because I know it's going to be loud. Okay, so as you guys saw, I used just a flat file to clean up the sharp edges left behind by the Sawzall, and I think this opening is going to serve me a lot better than the other way. So I just, again, wanted to show you real quick how I process them down. It's the same way as most everybody processes them down. I think there's about 10 million videos on the IBC totes and how to use them and how to cut them, and there's different variations, and everybody you know, uses them a little different. I think this way will work out for me. I do need to get this one wiped out. It's full of oil. It's pretty gross, but this is the first one I'm going to fill. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this one just yet. This is my first 330 gallon one, so I might have a special use for this one, maybe another bundle stand or who knows, but either way, I'll hold off on filling this one up just yet. But for right now, I'm going to get this wiped out, and I'll get it moved over by the splitter, and I'm going to get that stuff split down. All right, so we have all of the cookies gone. They are all split and in the tote. About a half a tote, which works out pretty good. Still got some room left in it. I'm gonna take that tote and I'll slide it over here. So once I get my last cutting session on my log load, once I get the logs done and set over here and I do my next splitting session, I'll have the tote ready to take all the undesirable offcuts and things like that. So that'll work out pretty good. And I like having an empty tote, I really do. So I don't know, that big one will probably just end up just more cookies. As much as I'd like to use it for a bundle stand, I'm not sure that'll work out. They're just, I don't have that many of them. So, but either way, I am going to wrap up today's video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I saved you guys the time and making the mistakes that I make. So again, I would only cut the side open, not the front. So the wide side instead of the narrow. It's easier to reach all the way back and get stuff out of it. But it still works, you know. You guys saw me reaching in there. I can reach it. It's just tough. And, you know, if you're short like me, it's hard to reach back in there and get that stuff. So, either way, I wish I'd have thought about it before, but that's what happens sometimes, you know, fools rush in. I was excited to have the totes, and I just got to cutting and processing them down, thinking I knew what I was doing, and I should have done just a little bit more research, but that's how it goes sometimes. Either way, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you later. Take care, guys. We'll see you.